Wouldn't it be great if we could be luckier in our careers? This week, I want to tell you how you can create your own luck as a software engineer. So when I started my career as a software engineer, I was lucky enough to get to work on the most interesting project the company had. Then, when that project was done, I moved on to the next, new, and really interesting project too. Strangely, when that project was over, I then moved on to another really interesting project. At this point, people around me started commenting, "Hey John, you're so lucky, you keep getting to work on the best projects. Why, when you're just a junior developer? I wish I could work on those projects instead of what I'm doing." Fast forward about 18 months, I started my own business. It was going well. Managed to land a couple of good clients, and we're making a reasonable profit. Started to hear the same thing again. "Hey John, you're so lucky. You started a business. A couple of good clients just fell in your lap. I've been struggling to grow my business for 2 years. I never get such good clients. How do you do it?" Well, before then, I never regarded myself as a lucky person. I still don't. So what happened? Well, I believe the answer lies in the idea of the luck surface area, as described by Jason Roberts in a blog post he wrote in 2010. Let me read you a little bit of that now. If there's one thing I've discovered in recent years, it's this. The amount of serendipity that will occur in your life, your luck surface area, is directly proportional to the degree with which you do something you're passionate about, combined with the total number of people to whom this is effectively communicated. It's a simple concept, but an extremely powerful one, because it implies that you can directly control the amount of luck you receive. In other words, you make your own luck. Here's how it works. When you pour energy into a passion, you develop an expertise, and an expertise of any kind is valuable. But quite often that value can be magnified by the number of people who are made aware of it. The reason is that when people become aware of your expertise, some percentage of them will take action to capture that value. But quite often it will be in a way that you would never have predicted. Maybe they'll want to hire you, maybe they'll partner with you, maybe they'll invest in you, or who knows what. But in whatever way it happens, it will be serendipitous. So that's what he wrote in his blog. And it matches my experience. The more I talk about what I'm doing, the better at it I become, the luckier I got. So he then formalized this with an equation. Very simple one. It says luck is equal to doing multiplied by telling. His point is simple. The more you do and the more people you tell about it, the larger your luck surface area will be. Or if you prefer, you can think of this as a graphical representation, where if you have doing on the vertical axis and telling on the horizontal axis, the more you do, the better you do. The more you telling you do, the bigger that area is as well. So if you do a little bit and you tell a little bit, you do okay. If you do a bit more, you tell a bit more, you do a bit better. If you tell a lot and you do a lot, you do the best. To me, this explains why I was so lucky and got to work on interesting projects in my first role as a junior developer. Having a large surface area of luck also explains how I then managed to win some clients and grow my business. I was making my own luck for a combination of my passion for what I was doing and my constant drive to share what I was learning and doing with others. And I've continued to do this throughout my career. As I pursued my business, I wrote a book, I networked, I wrote for industry journals, I spoke at conferences and presented on entrepreneurship at local chambers of commerce and at the University of Bath. Later, as blogging took off, I wrote a blog for 18 months, and I gained over 1 million monthly unique visitors, and was subsequently featured in magazines like Men's Fitness, invited to appear on several TV shows, and offered a book deal. None of which I took because they weren't a good fit, but it was nice to have the offers. Fast forward to 2023, I started writing again, this time on LinkedIn. I set out to build an audience of software engineers in the hope that it would lead me to a business idea that I was passionate about. As a result of writing on LinkedIn, I ended up creating that, coding challenges. I've also been offered a book deal, offered some sponsorship, offered consulting, been invited to speak at several more conferences, and been invited as a guest on a number of podcasts. It's also given me the chance to start this podcast. I've also had some opportunities to collaborate with some great people on fascinating projects. So I really believe in this, that you can create your own luck by doing and telling. So how can you get more luck yourself? Well, my advice is go and build a personal brand. Become known for what you do. Develop your expertise and share it. By doing what you do and telling others about what you do, why you do it, how you do it, and how you've learned to do it. That sounds good to you? Here's 6 simple steps you can take to create a personal brand. Figure out your goal. What do you want to be good at? What do you want known for? Identify who your audience is, why they'll be interested. Make yourself interesting to that audience. Build your credibility with them. Again, this is by doing and talking about what you do. Perhaps identify people in your network who can help you reach more of that audience. Share with them what you're doing and how you're telling people about it. Reach out to people and build relationships. Be interested in them. Again, if you hang out with other people that know about what you want to know, you'll learn more from being them. You'll raise the bar. The better friends you keep, the better people you know, the better you become. And keep in touch with those people. Now, all these steps are the same for in-person and online networking. Here's a couple of other things you can do that will help. Share some original content that resonates with your audience. You could put that on YouTube, a blog, LinkedIn, another social media of your choice. Start a newsletter. Engage with your audience. By sharing your ideas, having them challenged, and entering into debate with people, you improve your thinking, you clarify your thoughts. Again, engage with other people's content for the same reason. You can apply that to all platforms of social media and learn more and increase your surface area look by doing and telling. You can also apply the same internally within your organization. Tell people what you're doing. Be public within your internal forums or by sending an email to the stakeholders in your team or your boss and your boss's boss. Share what you are doing and tell them what you're doing. It will help you promote your team, promote your personal brand within the organization, and position you well when it comes to promotions and growing your career within that organization. And if it comes to the point where you want to leave, you will have all that information to create the brag items or achievements to put on your resume. So, increase your surface area look by doing and telling.